How's it going? Welcome back to the show. This is You Made Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to the song The End of the Beginning. And this is by David Phelps. We'll be checking this out. Before we do that, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, make sure that you go over to David's homepage and do the same thing because we do want to support the artist. And I do want to give a shout out to, is it Don Orwell? Yep, that's what it is. It's Don Orwell. So, Don, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And much love to you. And definite shout out for, this song suggestion. So we're gonna rock this for Don and everybody else out there. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's do it.
I was taking a trip on a plane the other day, just wishing that I could get out. When the man next to me saw the book in my hand and asked me what it was about. So I settled back in my seat, a bestseller I said, a history and mystery in one. Then I opened up a book and began to read from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. He was born of a virgin one holy night in the little town of Bethlehem. Angels gathered round him underneath the stars, singing praises to the great I am. He walked on the water, healed the lame, and made the blind to see again. And for the first time here on earth, we learned that God could be a friend. And though he never ever did a single thing wrong, the angry crowd chose him. And then he walked down the road and died on the cross, and that was the end.
That was the end. All right. Or was it? But that's an interesting song title too. The end of the beginning, and this being about Jesus and all that. But I'll listen, even though I know how this story goes. I haven't heard this particular story. I don't think I have. But David sounds great. That goes without saying. Don't have to remind anybody of that part. But let's push it back just a little bit. Let's do that, and then we'll keep it going. Let's go.
Be a friend, and though he never ever did a single thing wrong, the angry crowd chose him. And then he walked down the road and died on the cross, and that was the end of the beginning. Yeah. And that's not a new book, that's a Bible, he said, and I've heard it all before. I've tried religion, it's shame and guilt, and I don't need it anymore. It's superstition made of tales, just to help the weak to survive. Oh, let me read it again, I said, but listen closely, this is gonna change your life. He was born of a virgin one holy night in the little town of Bethlehem. Angels gathered round him underneath the stars, singing praises to the great I am. He walked on the water, healed the lame, and made the blind to see again. And for the first time here on earth, we learned that God could be a friend. And though he never ever did a single thing wrong, the angry crowd chose him. And then he walked down the road and died on the cross, and that was the end of the beginning. Oh.
Yeah. No, I mean this is totally about Jesus. I'll push this back a little bit, but no, this is a rousing rendition of some of those those moments that led up to him being put on the cross and stuff like that. But also just kind of like a dedication and an ode to Jesus, I mean, this is good stuff, especially the way that he's performing. He definitely is a very engaging performer. So that's what got me like really deep into like what is he talking about, and then once I realized it's just well, not just talking about Jesus, but I realized like what was happening, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But yeah, no, he pulled me in, so let's keep it going.
The angry crowd chose him, and then he walked down the road and died on the cross, and that was the end of the beginning. The end of the beginning, he said with a smile. What more could there be? He's dead. You said they hung him and put nails in his hands and a crown of thorns on his head. I said I'll read it again. Oh, but this time is now. And I believe that this is true. His death wasn't the end, but the beginning of life that's completed in you. Don't you see? He did all this for you. Bethlehem, all the angels singing praises to the great I am. He walked on the water, healed the lame, and made the blind to see. What did you know that God could be a friend? And
man, this just sounds so epic. The choir, whew, they turn this into a movie. But let's push this back. This will be the last time I stop it. This ought to be sufficient, and yeah, let's go ahead and finish this.
he walked on the water, healed the lame, and made the blind to see. What did you know that God could be a friend? And no, he never did a single thing wrong. He was the one the crowd chose, and then he walked and he died. 3 days later, 3 days later, you see, he came and he lived and he died. Oh, but that was the end of the beginning.
Dowsy. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right, let me push this back. I'll just leave it right there because that's a very intense look right there. So I'm gonna go with that. First of all, I have to I'm gonna give this man a standing ovation for this. Let's do that. I'm gonna stand here. Let's do that. All right. Got it. Had to give him that. Had to give him that. Especially the way that he concluded. But that was David Phelps with the end of the beginning, and That was a very, very like a very magnetic and powerful performance by David Phelps with this one. This was off the chain. This really was off the chain. Um, and until he got to this back end, I was already thinking like, how good is this? And then like he seemed to go to some other heights that I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Those um the two notes when he talked about Jesus rising when he rose, those two times. That those was you talk about some cherries on top of the cake, the icing, the ice cream with it, all the like you talk about on top of that was the top of toppers right there, and that really solidified me doing this right here because that was two thumbs. Like I was right there on the fence, like he is really killing this. And then once he got to the end, I'm like, yeah, it's solidified. I have to give him two thumbs and the standing ovation. I don't know if anybody's gotten it. Now when I think about the combination, but yeah, that was a great way to tell the story. We've heard it a lot of ways. We've heard the story over and over again about Jesus and his exploits. The like I said, the moments that led up to his death, and then the resurrection when he rose. As David said. But oh my goodness, this was really really amazing work by David. He only, I mean, I would say that he knows one gear, but he has this fabulous, fantastic gear that he starts at, and then he just goes some other places, and that's why he's one of the greatest voices out here. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna leave, but before I do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named David Phelps Reactions. I do have a playlist for him. You'll see this and everything else that I have reacted to that features him, and anything that I happen to react to in the future. I do have playlists for other artists, a lot of great music by those artists, a lot of different genres of music. So when you get the chance, check that stuff out. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe. Super thanks option is available. That's for those who like to show their support or appreciation for what's being done on the page. Any donations will be made to any of those spots. And that's it. That's all. I'm done. I will see you again soon. So until next time, be safe and be good.